Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Wendy here from Little Nest Crafts. Thank you for joining me today. This is going to be my second video in making this ephemera holder in the Bugtopia range of papers, and I'm doing it for Suzanne over at Non-Stop Paper Crafts and Mandy at Sunshine and Dors, who have got together and produced two beautiful kits with creepy crawlies and insects and everything entomology orientated. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, then go over to both of their Etsy shops and their Facebook pages, and you'll see the flip through of all the kits, and they're beautiful, really lovely. I'm working with Suzanne's kit at the moment, and if you haven't seen the previous video I made making this ephemera holder, then do pop along there and you'll see how I put this together really simply. And you know, if I can do it, anybody can do it, because I've never made one of these before. I tend to hold my ephemera in little plastic pots like this, so I thought this was a neater way of holding them. And it's great that you can do it, you know, make one for each of the kits that you're working with, and everything is there to hand for you when you come to, you know, put your piece of work together. So having made that part, I said I would do a video making a cover for the ephemera holder, and I decided on this Amazon packaging, and all I've done is put masking tape along the edge just to close the opening there and down the centre spine, and this is going to be a pocket. So without further ado, what I decided to do, because I've done the edges here and I want to hide those, I've got some more Amazon packaging here, and I haven't ironed it or anything. I've left it all crinkly as it is, and I'm going to cover the ephemera folder with this. And so I'm not going to actually do that on camera because it's a big piece, and it's very noisy because it's all crinkly, and you'll know yourself how to cover the book. It's really straightforward. I'm going to use that to cover both sides and the pocket. So I'll go away and I'll switch the camera on pause, and I'll be back as soon as I've done that. So we're almost completed. I've covered that side and I've covered this side, and I'm just waiting for the pocket to dry here before I fold it upwards like that. And there we go. And then that's the cover made, and it is a bit crinkly, but I quite like that. I like the rustic nature of it because obviously it's an entomology folio thing, little ephemera holder, should I say. So just wait for that to dry, and I'll be back. Okay. Now what I'm doing here is I've just picked a couple of I've just picked a sheet of one of the designs, a page of one of the designs, and cut it in half with my ruler. So it's a bit scrappy dappy do, and I'm just gonna glue those onto the page like so. Just to take the plainness off. I could have printed them portrait mode to make them a bit closer, but I don't mind having the brown paper packaging showing. So all I'm going to do is use my Beacon 3-in-1 for quickness, and we'll pop that down. Trying to get them straight at the top. A little bit of white showing there, so we'll, there we go. And the same with this one. And we'll pop that over on this side. Trying to get them level, so excuse me one moment, bringing it down off the page, but it's difficult to see. There we go. And try and keep it straight. And then we'll fold the pockets up. And what I've done is I've taken another sheet of paper with the design, this one, and I'm going to put it on the front of the pocket here. And do the same the other side. That's my Toto in the background, chatting away. She has periods throughout the day where she goes through her repertoire. Oh, somebody's driven into the courtyard and sets the dogs off. Or sets Amber off, and then she sets Jasper off. I think she guards the whole square for everybody. So that's that one, and then we want one for this side. So all I did was I took my ruler and tore down, and I want it roughly the same as the one next door. There we go. And then we'll glue that one down. And I've only done it in copier paper because this is really thick, so I don't really want to make it any more bulky. There we are. So all we need to do now is glue these pockets down, and I had glued them once already, and then I thought, oh, I haven't put the background papers on, so there is some glue there. And I got my little clips out just to hold this bottom in place, but they're not, because this is slanted, they're not quite long enough to reach to the top part, so I'll have to get a paper clip or something. Put them down on there, but it does hold them down reasonably well. So that's the back. I'll just go and get some paper clips. So there's one, and there's the other one. Right, I'm just going to flip it over now, and then we'll sort the front out. And just to make things easy, I was going to collage all over it, but I thought just for quickness and ease, and I do like these designs, I thought I would use them too, but I think it needs a little bit of something behind. So I have got some tulle, so I didn't know whether to pop a piece of this behind just to break it up a little bit. And I quite like that. Do the same on the front. Or I've got some cheesecloth, but the cheesecloth is white. It would need tea dyeing, which would take a little time to dry. So I think I will go with this and just cut set them off now. No barking, please. Just a little tear. No. I like the effect when you tear it better, but sadly this doesn't oblige. So I'm just going to do a scrappy cut down there, and we're going to have to go a bit smaller. So what I've done is I've put the netting on the back, the tulle, and we're just going to now glue the whole thing onto the front. Put plenty of glue, come up to the edge. There we go. And then pop it on the front, trying to get it fairly level with the back. There we go. There we are. And I'm just going to put my clips back on. But I think that's dry already, and it's really secure because the beacon glue is really good. And then all I'm going to do is just trim that edge just slightly there because it is overhanging. And it doesn't have to be straight. We're going for the scrappy look. There we go. And then all that's left to do is sew in our signatures, or signature should I say, which we will do. And then I've got this little bit of greenery here, and I thought I would glue it down the side there. Let's have a look and see. My fingers are all glued and this is a bit twisted, so I think I'm going to pop it down there. So we'll glue it. What I'm going to do is clip those two together for a minute to hold it flat, and then I'll put a bit of glue on these leaves and work my way down, because where it's been stored it's all twisted and it's twisted the ribbon, so excuse me. Oh, the bird's telling them to stop it. So I'm not going to glue each leaf because it'll stop the movement. That will untwist them. And pop some glue on that one. Trying not to get it everywhere. There we go. I'll glue this one on this side and that side. Oops. And twist there. I'm going to do that one. And the glue's going gloopy. There we are. And then we'll glue this down the bottom. Oops a daisy, have I glued the wrong side? No. There we are. A bit of glue over there. go, I'll get it when it's dry. And there we have the cover. I'll try and find something, a cluster of something to go out in there. I've just found a few more pieces to go on the top of my journal. I quite like the look of that butterfly on there, so I'll just give him an ink around the edge and pop him on. Just put a drop of glue on his antennae and down the middle. On there, and I quite like this one down there, just on that little spot. And then I quite liked him. I don't know whether he looks like an entomologist. Then I found a little label. I just like the way the green tied in with that, and it just adds a little something to the front. Down there. With a little bee down in that corner. I looked to see if I'd got any fussy cut beetles and things without pinching the ones from the kit, and I hadn't got any cut out, so, and then I'm going to try and stamp entomology down there. If not, I'll handwrite it. We'll see whether I can fit it in, so I'll be right back. So what I've done here, I've got my ink pad ready, and I've got these sets of stamps, alphabet stamps, and what you can do is you can take out the little rubber stamp piece at the bottom, and if you look here, I've spent entomology, but obviously there's 3 O's in it, and there's not 3 O's in the kit. So you can take the little rubber stamps out like that, and it leaves you a space where you're stamping. So if I get a scrap piece of paper here on the back of there, you can see it leaves you space, and then you can go back and pop the so I need to get something to put underneath to stamp on because my paper is uneven, so we'll pop that onto there, and here goes. Hopefully it'll be straight, and I'm just making sure that I'm in shot. Try and get it central. Not too bad. So now what we need to do is take the O out and pop it in the space, and it will be higgledy-piggledy, but that's the nice thing. And then with a black pen, I'm just going to finish off that M there because it's not very clear. And then what we can do is pop the lid back on my box, get the cover and layer that onto there just to finish the front off. Okay. There we are. And then all I need to do then is put the little rubber pieces back in, otherwise they'll go missing. So I'll be right back. So all that's left for us to do now is to put in our signature. And I'm just going to straighten the pages, pop them in the middle where I want them to go, find the centre page, and make sure there's nothing sliding in the way. And I'm just going to eyeball it. Make sure they're all level, my pages. And then we'll go for it. I think that's roughly in the middle. And all we're going to do is a simple pamphlet stitch. And I'll take my thread, 1, 2, 3, should have done this first really, but never mind. And then I'll leave that one in the centre just while I make another one down here. And I'll take that out of there, put my needle through, holding on to the end. And poke that through there. Whoops, we've slipped a little bit. Oh, look at me. I haven't done the hole in the middle one. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to take that out and gauge where I need my hole. I thought I could have sworn I'd got the centre page then. Hi everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that. My battery died while I was sewing in my signature. So I do apologise, and yeah, I've had to recharge my phone. So this is the finished article, well, almost finished. I'm just debating whether to put a closure on here. I'll have a think about that, what I'm going to use. but there will be some sort of closure to keep this ephemera holder closed. So that's the front cover with all its bits of leaves and butterflies and stamping, and that's the back, which is rather lovely. And this is the inside pocket, and I'll give you a quick flip through. So we've got 2 pockets there, we've got a belly band with some ephemera there, little notebook inside, 2 pieces of ephemera here with pockets full in the top, lots of tags in there, and some Rolodex in that pocket, some large tags here with a couple of different sized magnifying glasses and Rolodex there, envelope there, pockets for your journal here, nice big pockets, so ready to go, some tags in there, some more pieces of ephemera in here, and then you've got your specimen cards there, specimen specimen sample holders there, and more tags. There's an empty pocket here crying out for some bits and bobs, which I'll have a look and pop something in. Large envelope there with some more creepy crawlies, and then you've got lots of tabs, ephemera, 2 smaller envelopes in here, your labels with some more creepy crawlies, empty pocket there which I'll put something in there for you, maybe another tag. Not sure that goes. I suppose you could put some creepy crawlies on and what have you on there. What's my other tags like? By the time it's decorated, I'll see if I can do something with that, or maybe make another one to go in on the same theme. Lots of butterflies in here, so I've filled up the pocket with some butterflies from my stash, and you've got lots of creepy crawlies, some extra little banner tags there, and some more ephemera there, and that's the back pocket, sorry, the back page, which is beautiful. And you've got another back pocket there, and what I've done is I've made these little pockets, so just held together with some string, and you can put something inside there, and it's got 2 more tags that I made using some scrap card, and I've just put the same paper on and used some scraps of paper down the sides, and used a few labels out of my stash and put a butterfly on, and there's a large tag to go in the back there, and that sits in there nicely. There's room for you to put another pocket on the front if you wish, using some of your ephemera. And then I've done another one here, and as I say, it's just 1 piece of A4 paper folded in half, glued down the side to make, and the bottom half is folded up to make a pocket of whatever depth you want, and it makes you 2 pockets, and then we'll close it with some garden twine here from my stash to hold it down. And as I say, if you want to put another pocket on the front, then that's entirely up to you. And little bow there. And I'm going to go through my charms and see if I've got a couple of creepy crawlies, and I'll put one on that pocket and one on this back pocket here to hang with a little bulb clip. And then once I've done that, it'll be going into my Ko-fi shop if anybody wants to purchase it. So that's it, everybody. So I do hope that you've enjoyed this project. I've really enjoyed making it, and I'm looking forward to making something with Mandy's kit, because this has all been made with Suzanne's entomology kit. So please do go over to Suzanne's and Mandy's Facebook and Etsy shops. You'll find all the information on both of their YouTube pages. There is going to be prizes at the end of the month when they do their draw, and in order to participate, you do need to put whatever you've made. If you use their kits, if you make anything with it, if you post on both of their Facebook pages, you'll get entry into the draw. So it's great fun, and if you do join in, I hope you enjoy it. So until my next video, please like and subscribe if you like my content, and until next time, stay safe and have a good day. Bye.